Hello everyone, welcome to some Fallout New Vegas. I tried to record this yesterday but I was so tired, so I just dropped it. I'm actually going to check if my character is there. Outer Good Springs, Dragonfly. Level 1 Drifter, yes, this is her. And so essentially you would just be missing the part with the doctor, but that is not important. Oh no. No, please don't crash. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, Oval Blues. All my DLCs are coming in. Motherfucker. I have all the Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Yeah. Happy trails.
Happy trails. I'm just... Well, 21. We're actually going to explore as many of these vaults as we can. During our time here, that is my main goal, to explore most of the vaults.
Howdy. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
It is hiding something. Victor is actually hiding a thing, if I remember correctly.
Go poking around some of the event.
Thank you. I like how the well, through the looks in the games. They're nice. Open door to Pressbird Saloon.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
But the bill said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
As you wish. You just have to get used to this being different in Fallout 4.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and think. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
You're right. Come in.
Follow me.
But let's actually just change my weapon. I want my... what is it? Where is it? Whee! This is my first, this is my first Fallout game. The first I ever played. I had Fallout 3, but I have two versions of it on this, and I really can't. So I might actually get it did differently. Like, I think I might actually buy it on its own, like a physical copy. And I'm most likely not going to have it down and do that instead of having
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Okay, you're on. See? You're getting the hang.
sure, I'll come with you.
Shouldn't take more than a... Come with me. Come on!
Gecko egg.
Come on! You like that? Betty! Come on! Cut it out, will you? Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you've done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here...
Thank you very much. Reputation, yeah. Adapted. First I come to accept you for your helpful nature. Good things. Okay, let me just take all this.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land.
Couldn't hurt.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
As you wish. Now it's time to go. Happy by the campfire on the trail. We're essentially in what was the area around Las Vegas. I believe Fallout 3 takes place in Washington, if I remember correctly. I hope we get another Fallout game, and it takes place in a different area. Like, there's so many places. I actually want it to be a place where it's an actual abandoned, what is amusement park. It's like a real one. What's in here? Yes, give me that. Basically, enter the schoolhouse. I usually always do that whenever I'm here. Program is this liquid duct tape. This is what you do in order to basically come on, let me just get into this dump terminal. This will take a while because this is stupid. And I can't lockpick. I'm actually going to unlock it. I did say I might also use. There we go. I just want this one open. I believe after a while they reset. Now it's broken. Why doesn't matter? But I do know that they should reset. At some point. Bobby pins. There we go. Now we just need to go up where we were buried. Buried and get the last ingredient. I know this is based on the same engine as Fallout 3, but it gives a different vibe than 3, which is actually great. Yeah, Victor? Let me see. Knife spear. Ooh. We should get some of those. I want that. A knife spear. Bark scorpion. Oh, excuse me. It was a message from we're going to the die. You did it, and now we can actually dig in graves. Let's see if we can actually look at the different names of people who are buried here. Daniel Mutant Mulaney. Okay. No name is put there. Sarah D. Bear Friendman. Is that what it says? Let's see what's in here. Here lies Well, just I can't read that properly. Mr. J.R. Smith lies here. Okay. Rest in peace, J.R. Oh, rip. Mr. R. Horn. Any lava? Rip the egg. Egg. I enjoy reading these because there are sometimes actually names on them. You can actually see that there are actually people who have died. I assume those who don't have names are people who are buried but are nameless. People didn't know. Jay, hello. Let me my big grave. Ah. Rip fearless Dave in quotations, meaning he wasn't really fearless. And here is our grave. We got what we came for now. Where is it? I know there is something up here. I believe it's up here somewhere. Or am I remembering wrong? I'm pretty sure there should be a globe up here. Yeah, I was correct, right here. Right on the Whiskey Scape. Snow Globe, Good Springs. We found a limited edition Mojave Landmark Snow Globe. These rare pre-war artifacts are widely considered to be useless baubles, but rumor has it some collectors will pay dearly for them. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna pause my game for a bit because I have to apply to something. It's important. Here we go, I finished replying, so now we can continue. I have never finished this game. Just like I never finished Skyrim, despite both of them being very old game at this point. For the record, is actually, despite everything, quite a dark game. Like, it went over my head at first, but they discussed rape in this. I completely forgot that. And I believe I think I didn't even really know what a rapist was back then. Like, Cook. That character. Hmm. Are we good Springs, or at least the area where it is used to be something? Is something in our world? I also really like how everything in this game is science-based, like the monsters we see, the simply an idea of what that they're all simply an idea of what could happen. And yes, yeah, it's very likely that something like that would happen during the apocalypse. Thank you. Just non-irradiated water. That's great.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do. All right now. Go. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a she'd be
Okay, I'll go to her. As soon as I pick up all these bottles. That guy over there is a douche. He really tries to have us killed. It's fast travel.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got if Pleasure doing business with you. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR. They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
Okay, thank you. Have you ever been to New Vegas?
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card table. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to...
I'd like to know more about Mr. House.
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yeah, and he is right. Goodbye.
Take it easy now.
He's actually right. Victor is one of his dad's robots, and he is looking after me. Well enough. Well, let's go in and say hello to Trudy.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
What the hell is yours, bitch? Let's sit down.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
I'm trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attackers say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why is that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Want me to take a look at your bug radio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but there'd be caps in it for you.
Do you know anything about the robot? I will ask about the argument in a bit. Do you know anything about the robot that rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
What does it actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
How long has it been in Goat
It
Springs?
was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
It was just a house. Never mind, let's talk about something else. I heard your argument. What was that all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a...
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the... You mean murder him? That's not our way. First...
And that is going to be... And this is going to be... I'm just going to go and sit over here. You know, static view. And this is going to be all for today's episode. Bye!